What's up everyone, it's Danielle at Great Lakes Aquarium, and today we are talking all about gar. Now this is a fish maybe some of you have heard of, but they're actually super fascinating. So, gar, are you ready to get started? Alright, that one was pretty bad. Alright, anyways, so gar, we have a couple here behind me at Great Lakes Aquarium. We actually have two different species found here at the aquarium, and that is the long-nosed gar, which you can kind of see. They have those nice long noses on their face. And then one of them that you can't see is the alligator gar. So the alligator gar that is here at Great Lakes Aquarium is actually way up at the top. He's hiding in the dark. Usually it's pretty hard to see that specific gar from this angle, but if you're up at the top, sometimes you can catch a glimpse of that one. But gar in general are, like I said, super fascinating animals. There's actually only 7 living species today, and most of them are actually only found in North America and Central America. What's really cool about that though is their range used to be way further. So there are fossilized records of gar-like species found in Europe and India and even South America. So they used to be widely dispersed, but now we only see them, like I said, in that North America and into Central America. And even some of the Caribbean islands, you can find them around there. The two species that we have at the aquarium are two that you will find in North America. The long-nosed gar, like we pointed out up there, is very easily recognized because its nose is actually over twice the length of its head. So that's how we kind of check it out. It has one of the longer nose of the gar species. And this one is actually found in most of North America. So it has some of the largest range of the species of gar here. And it can be found all the way up to Quebec and all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. So a super long range. So that's this one here. But the largest one, and the largest one we have here at Great Lakes Aquarium as well, is the alligator gar. Now the alligator gar, like I said, is the largest, and this one can get up to 10 feet long and weighing about 300 pounds. So they have found one that even weighed more than 300 pounds. And this species is found more southern United States into Mexico, but also into the Mississippi River, which we know comes up into Minnesota. And it actually got its name because it is so large that they thought it was an alligator. So it got its name, the alligator gar. It also has some pretty wicked sharp teeth. These are great predators. So looking at the ones here at Great Lakes Aquarium, they're kind of stationary. You can see the one in the back just kind of chilling out. But when they do strike, that is when they're using most of their force, and they are going to go and get their prey. So if you can imagine a 10-foot long gar coming at you with all of its force, that's pretty intense, and that's pretty scary. Some other cool things about gar. So not only are they very large, but there are not too many predators that are going to be looking for these gar for food. And even their eggs have a self-defense, which is a protein toxin in the eggs that is incredibly toxic to humans. So that is not a caviar you would want to try. Other fish have found ways to get into it. So bluegills and catfish have been known to have eaten the gar eggs and been okay. But other animals like crayfish have eaten the eggs and have not been okay. So it's pretty interesting to see what has adapted in order to eat those eggs. Other really cool things about these animals is that they have what's called a vasculated swim bladder. So it's a big word. Swim bladders, if you remember a couple lives ago we talked about, that's what helps these animals kind of stay in the water column so they can inflate it and help with their buoyancy. Well, gar actually have a swim bladder that can serve as a lung. So they can take air from above the surface, fill up that swim bladder, and then use that air to help bring the oxygen into their bodies. So if they are in an environment that has low oxygen, they can go up to the surface, get some air, and be able to breathe. But if they're in a really highly oxygenated area, they can then also breathe just by being in the water. So they are incredibly tolerant of their environments, very adaptive, which makes them really fascinating animals. So with that, definitely stop on by to Great Lakes Aquarium to see the couple of gar we have here. You can see we have some cute little ones that will someday be probably close to 4 to 6 feet long. But they're little right now, and as you keep coming to the Great Lakes Aquarium, maybe you can see them grow up a little bit. So with that, thanks for joining in. I'll see you later.